And that's why I want to ask you where you are, you Tom, where you are in this equation. You are considered sages, yeah? So spending time with you and Bhagavan, you bring the teachings of Bhagavan, but actually you are the guru, I'm thinking. So I want to make in my mind to understand where you are, what is your role in this equation. I know you are very modest, very humble. You're not like to show off, but still, I just want to understand. You are like a speaker of the Bhagavan, or the same, or all of us are the same. Or, it's a little confusion in my mind. Thank you.
So then, your question was a direct one to me, Walter. As you know, I'll tell you. I will try and answer you directly. As you know, I tend not to talk about myself too much because we already have a perfect teacher and we have a perfect teaching in Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi. We don't need a new teacher. We don't need a new teaching. This is my opinion. So Bhagavan's teachings have everything we need in them already. We don't need anything more. And to add more when we don't need it can be a distraction. You see? But I will say this, and hopefully this answers your question directly, Walter. Even though what I share is Bhagavan's teachings or my expression of these same teachings, everything I say is from my own experience. I speak fully from my own experience. I don't speak from book knowledge. And to be even more direct, I encourage people to take Bhagavan as their guru. But my own experience is that you cannot really choose your guru. Your guru chooses you. Or it happens to you through grace, let's say. So if anybody wanted to take me as their guru, I'm very happy for them to. If anybody says, Tom, you are my guru, you are my teacher, I'll say that's fine. I would encourage you to take Bhagavan as your guru. But if you say, well, that's fine, but for me, Tom, you are my teacher, I'll say I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be your teacher. Honestly, it doesn't make any difference to me. When you take me as your teacher, that's fine. You can do that if you want. Whatever helps you. You can take anyone as your teacher as long as it helps you. If you want to take me as your teacher, that's fine. It's not something that I encourage, because I encourage you to take Bhagavan as your teacher. It's simpler. He's already here. Why add something? But some of you maybe will feel, maybe you won't. I don't know. But some of you maybe will feel a sense of devotion, love towards me. And some of you will feel like I'm your teacher. And that's just the way, if that happens, that's just the way it goes. And I'm very happy to take on that role for as long as you need it. So coming here is satsang, basically. Some people say to me, Tom, why don't you speak from your own experience? Why do you keep on quoting Bhagavan's teachings? The truth is, I am speaking from my own experience. People who ask me this question usually don't come to satsang. They're usually people who haven't come to satsang. They're usually people who have read things I've written and stuff. I think most people who attend satsang know I speak from my own experience. Hopefully that is quite obvious. But, you know, everything I say is my own experience. But then again, Bhagavan has already explained it all. He's written all these books. His devotees have written books. There's not much for me to add. If I can add something that is more clarifying, that's helpful, then maybe I'll add something here, something there. You see, I've made some commentaries here and there on certain texts. And if people ask me questions, I explain things to the best of my ability. So I hope that answers your question directly, Walter.
Yes, thank you. I think you are the magnifying glass. This is what I think you are.
Perfect. However you choose to think of me, I'm happy with that. You know, whether I'm the mouthpiece, the magnifying glass, the loudspeaker, the guru, the charlatan, whatever, you know, whatever's helpful, however's helpful for you to think about me, it's fine. What matters at the end of the day, you don't actually have to worry if Tom or not is self-realized. The only thing that matters is, do you have faith in Bhagavan's realization? Do you have faith in him and his teachings? Because if you do, that's all that matters. Was Sri Sadhuam self-realized? Was Murugana self-realized? Was this person self-realized? Was that person? None of that matters. If you have faith in Bhagavan's realization, that is enough. And then you just have to follow his teachings. Now, you may share my view, you may have a different view, but this is the way I see it based on my own experience of what's happened to me. You see? And to be honest, until realization occurred for me, I wasn't able to discern these teachings. I didn't have a teacher who could talk me through these teachings in the same way I talk you through these teachings. I didn't have anybody like that. And I rejected a lot of Bhagavan's teachings, but my love for him drew me closer to him. And eventually, through realization, through his grace, I now can see that the truth in all his teachings. Whereas before, it didn't make sense to me, or I rejected parts of them. And then when I came across Sri Sadhuam's writings, it so beautifully explained what I already had realized. It was amazing for me to read Sri Sadhuam's writings later and realize, oh gosh, yes, this is very clear. Truly, all these teachers' teachings are a fabrication of your own mind. So these teachings, these teachers, Tom Das or whoever, all fabrications of your mind that are created according to your own desire for liberation.